Hey, welcome to the Intuitive Healing Tarot channel. My name is Courtney, and I am here with the October reading for all of the Scorpios out there. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers, you are welcome. Just keep in mind that the roles could be reversed or they could not be, so just use your discernment. All right, we're going to hop right in and see what Spirit has for the Scorpios in the month of October. We got surrender. I can release my need to control. I can release my need to control. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Okay, I feel as though Scorpios are trying to control the outcome of something, of some type of situation here. What is this about, Spirit? What are the Scorpios trying to control? It could be about money. Actually, I feel like, okay. Scorpios, I feel as though Spirit has been trying to get your attention, and not just your career or workspace. I feel like as it relates to love and relationships as well, I feel like Spirit has really been trying to get your attention, and trying to get you to see an inner child wound that you have, something on the inside of you that needs to be healed, something that is going to possibly lead to your own awakening, lead to a level of like growth of self-realization, self-actualization, if we're thinking about like Maslow's hierarchies of needs. I feel as though, you know, you're holding on to a version of yourself or beliefs that are really holding you back in life, okay? For some of you, this has to do with religion, all right? I feel as though, Scorpio, you are holding on to this thing tight, whatever it is, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. If you're interested in a personal reading, the information will be in the description box. But whatever you are holding on to, it's something that's very familiar. It's something that you have been taught. It's something that Spirit is trying to get you to unlearn. And I feel like it is a big piece of the foundation of who you are, okay? Spirit wants you to do the work, okay? And Spirit wants you to listen. I feel like those are the two things that must happen in the month of October. One, you got to do the work. Two, you got to listen. Okay, Spirit has been speaking to you. Okay, Spirit has been speaking to you. For some of you, this is an ancestor too, that has been speaking to you about, honestly, I feel like what it is that you desire. For a lot of you, you desire family, you desire love, you desire success and abundance, a house. For some of you, you want to move. Okay, for some of you, I feel like you desire just like a level of freedom, a liberation, a level of groundedness that your current life does not offer you, okay? And in order for you to actually walk into that, you're gonna have to surrender the things that don't align with it. And I feel as though Scorpio has been trying to hold on to those things and still create a new in their life, and they're wondering why they're failing. They're wondering why things are not happening in the way that they desire. And Spirit is saying you're gonna have to release everything. You're gonna have to release control. For some of you, you want it to go this way, okay? You feel like, you know, if I just stop doing this one thing, then everything else is gonna fall into place. And Spirit's like, no, you gotta stop doing all 20,000 things, and then it's gonna fall into place. You're trying to control how things play out in your life, but you're gonna have to like really surrender. And when you really surrender, everything that you have been manifesting for yourself, everything that you have been desiring for yourself, everything that you are praying for and wishing for, everything everything that your heart desires, 444 on the clock, everything that your heart desires will come in for you, but you're going to have to surrender. You're going to have to find the strength to surrender, the boldness to surrender, the courage to surrender, and to really like channel this energy, this fire that's on the inside of you, that's telling you that it's time for a change. Okay, Scorpio. I feel as though the month of October could be very beneficial in your growth. Okay, it can be very successful for you if there is a surrenderance. Okay, if there is a surrenderance. Okay, right now I feel as though you are pretending that everything is fine when it's not. I feel as though you have on the outside it may look as though, you know, everything is good and you're very like put together and you're able to handle your bills and you're emotionally stable and all this other kind of stuff. I feel like outwardly that's what it looks like for you. But I see you in this energy where you're like, you know, I don't want to put on this outward appearance as if everything is okay when it's not okay. I feel like for some of you, you're coming into this understanding that it's okay not to be perfect. And I see you like really stepping into a new mindset in the month of October where you are really being true to yourself, really being true to your feelings, being true to true to what you believe, and true to what you think, because I feel like your beliefs now are a lot different than what they were before. And so you possibly have been holding yourself back or like not really speaking on those beliefs because, you know, you're like a new person now, Scorpio. But embrace that new person. I feel like you've been running from the new person. Embrace the new person, and know that, you know, everything that you are experiencing right now is a part of God's plan for your life, a part of God's plan to move you forward. You have a lot of major arcanas coming out for you. I have to note that you got Judgment coming out, you got the Star energy, you got the Strength energy, you got the Hermit, the Wheel, and the Chariot coming out. You also got Aces coming out. I feel like the month of October is going to be very transformative to you, and it's going to move you forward if you surrender, okay? If you stop fighting what Spirit is trying to do in your life, okay? Tell me more here for the Scorpios. Tell me more. Look at that. Another major, the World. Yeah, you're closing a cycle. You're definitely closing a cycle in the month of October, Scorpio, and it's all for the good, okay? It's all for the good. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. I feel like you're going to just accept yourself for who you are. This month, you're going to relinquish control. You're going to be like, whatever happens, happens. Whatever don't. Whoever likes me, like me. Whoever don't. I feel like you're stepping into this energy where like, yeah, I'm not perfect. You know, boo-hoo if you thought I was, but I'm not. I see you in this energy where you have no choice but to show up as your true and authentic self. And there's going to be so much liberation in that. There's going to be so much freedom and power and just joy and happiness in that. So I see this might be very, you know, transformative. It might be heavy, but it's going to be transformative and it's going to feel really good. Okay, really good. Tell me about Scorpio's love life. What's going on in Scorpio's love life? I got a new deck out. What's happening in Scorpio's love life? We got the King of Swords coming out. For some of you, you could have a air sign in your energy, a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Strong Aquarius energy. Oh, look at all these majors coming out for y'all. Y'all are, look at this. We got the King and the Queen of Swords coming out for the Scorpios. I feel as though it's interesting though. It's interesting because this King is looking off to this way. The Queen is looking off to this way. So I feel as though there's somebody in your energy that you may be in separation from. Somebody that like longs you, because the Star card came out close to them. I feel like they're longing for you, like you or they wish fulfillment. But I see you looking at things from a different light now. I feel like maybe you thought at some point that this person was your wish fulfillment too. But you may not be thinking that way anymore. Yeah, you're really going through like this rebirth right now. You're going through this this like awakening process within yourself, and I just feel like love is not really something that you are really focused on right now. However, somebody is focused on you. Okay, there's some communication that's going to come in from somebody. I feel like it might shock you because, like I said, you're not even focused on this. Ooh, this is a person who you possibly could have saw as a player in the past, somebody who didn't really have good intentions for you in the past. It could have been like a strictly sexual relationship, but I see this person coming in, and I see them in a more balanced energy now. I feel like you're gonna feel like you have to protect yourself from this person, but I feel like they've learned, they've grown. Okay, I feel like they're not the same person that they were before, and you can do what you want to, with that with that information. But I definitely see you just kind of like not really even focused on it. But they're coming in, and they're coming in fast, and they coming in strong, okay? They coming in. And I feel like this is the person who is like, you are my wish fulfillment, so I'm not going to take no for an answer. Like, I'm not going to give this up without a fight. And you just see them as this very childish person. I put the Page of Cups back in the deck, but I feel like that's how you see them, as this person that just cannot give you what you need. But I will say, you know, be a little open. Yeah, you're in this wounded warrior energy because you're like, I've been there with this person. I've done that with this person. And so your perception of them is really focused on like what it was in the past. But I feel like Spirit wants you to know that this person is not who they were in the past, okay? Do what you want with that information, but they're not who they were in the past. And you also have to recognize like how you respond to things based off of your own past trauma. You know, like if you hadn't experienced what you experienced with this person in the past, you probably would respond to them a little bit differently, okay? Because you still think they cute, you still think, you know, they you know, have a good energy and the sex was great. Like, you still believe all of those things, but you have just had failed attempts before that has got you in this energy of like, I don't want another failed attempt. But what if it doesn't fail this time? Okay, what if the person has like learned and grown? You would never know if you're just close out to it because of the pain and the things you have experienced in the past, Scorpio. So just be open, because I feel as though for a lot of you, you are, you know, manifesting love for yourself. You are manifesting marriage. Oh, look at this. It's crazy. This person may be your twin flame. All right. This person could definitely be a twin flame or a soulmate connection. Because we do have the King and the Queen of Swords. We also have the King and the Queen of Cups coming out together. I feel as though, this person is coming back to you, an Emperor. Okay, this person is coming back to you, an Emperor. This person has really grown. I feel like though these two places could have been issues before. Okay, y'all could have had issues in the way y'all communicated with each other before. This person could have I'm getting kind of like harsh with words, or this person could have been like emotionally unavailable, not emotionally intelligent in the past. But I feel as though you guys are coming into balance. Like, this person has grown in their communication. They have grown in the way they show love, view love, and they're coming back to you in this Emperor energy. So, you know, take it how you please. I feel like this person has their money together too. This could be somebody who's very abundant. When we're talking about like material things, they could have a lot of material wealth. And we got the Death Rebirth in the world coming. So I feel as though a new beginning, all right, a new start, a second chance is possible in the month of October, but it's going to require you to surrender. It's going to require you to release control. It's going to require you to just be open. And it's crazy because some of y'all Scorpios, I don't see y'all being open. I'm gonna be completely honest. I see you going back and forth with yourself. I see you in this energy where you feel like you got to protect yourself. So I don't know, you know, if you're actually going to be open to this person when they come into you, but just know that Spirit is not telling you no here. You know, Spirit is not telling you to pursue this. Okay, I think it's time to be curious. I think it's time to to really like change your perspective in the sense of like fall is harvest time, okay? And so if spirits took you guys in separation away from each other, this person has been planted, this person has been growing, and now it's time to reap the benefits of that time. You know, the seed was planted and now we're harvesting, okay? Just take it how it resonates. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, please reach out. I would love to tap into this energy in more detail for each of you, because some of you are actually going to be open to this person, but some of you aren't. And it kind of scares me. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I have a kind of like a hesitant energy, because for those of you who aren't open to this, it's like you've been praying for love and spirit is sending it back to you. And it may be with somebody who has to have a second chance, somebody who you have like attempted a relationship with before, or have attempted to get to know, because I kind of don't feel like it was a relationship here. I just, maybe it was just like a situationship, or like something that was strictly sexual. I feel as though, you know, you desire love and spirit may be sending it to you, and because it's coming in this form, you may not be open to it. But again, you have to surrender, you have to release control. And so I would love to read for you guys individually, and go into more detail for each individual energy. So the information will be in the description box if you're interested, Scorpio. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Your affirmation for the month is I can release my need to control. Okay, release your need to control and watch how everything in your life starts to come in for you. You start to get the things that you truly desire, the things that you've been praying for and wishing for. You just got to release control. Okay, all right, that's all I have for you. Until next time, bye.